Today we're highlighting some more of your dresses, and well, I thought that we'd take the time to look at some of the dresses that have been hacked. Now, I pulled 3 different dresses that solve a couple of different problems. So let's just take a look at these dresses to see what the creative sewists have done. So the first dress I want to discuss is the Allison tent dress. Now, one of the things that I heard quite a bit about the dress was that people were concerned about the size of the neckline not being big enough. And so this sewist actually included a slit down the back of the dress. So let's take a look at the way that she actually managed to pull this off. Okay. And let me flip it inside out. So this dress was made according to the pattern instructions. So you see, it does have a facing up here to turn over that neck edge. However, it looks like after the facing was sewn on, she went ahead and cut a slit down the back there. So she just cut a slit and then she covered it with a bias tape. And in this case, it was a homemade bias tape. So when you attach it flat, and then she just folded it up and tacked it down on the inside there. So that way that lays flat, and that resulted in a tie in the back of her dress. And so now this neckline opens up quite wide. So I thought it was a really great solution. These next 2 dresses that I'm going to show you actually tackle the same problem of a zipper closure in the back of the dress, but they solve the problem in 2 different ways. And I thought that both ways were pretty clever. So we have this dress right here. The way that this amazing sewist decided to tackle the problem of a zipper in the back of her pattern was by adding on these ties here that can be tied into a bow. And so let's just take a closer look at how she actually did this, because I think it's a really cute solution. So you see here, she finished both edges of the bodice where the zipper would have gone, and it's overlapped at the bottom a bit. It looks like after these pieces were actually overlapped, she went ahead and sewed on some fabric strips for the straps, and these are fully finished. And the way that you would do that is you lay the strap down this way, you sew it on, and then you fold it over itself and you secure it down again so that this strap really doesn't move. And that's what you end up with. And so she did do it on 2 different parts. So about midway up the back and then up at the top here. So that way a child could get into this dress pretty easily and then just tie up those little straps into bows. So really clever idea. This last one is a bit more difficult to show you just because it's a darker color. So I did put a little bit of paper back there for you to see what's going on. But to eliminate a closure, in this case a zipper, in the back of this dress, this person decided to add in buttonholes that you can tie closed, like a shoelace, right? Now this is the same concept as the last dress where you finish both sides, and it looks like it is a bit overlapped here at the bottom. And then she just let me get that out of the way. And then she just made a bunch of different buttonholes. Now if you're wondering what this white is, it's probably just a little bit of chalk and fray check. But you can see here she placed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buttonholes on each side and then created her own strap that she could just lace in between the 2, so that way this back laces up. And then you end up with a nice fitted dress. So I think that the way that the sewist tackled the zipper closure in the back and removed that was actually a really great way to use a pattern that's a little more fitted and has a little more shaping. So not necessarily a pullover dress, but converted it so that it can be pulled over the head and fastened really easily. The one thing I would note about this one, if you're going to put buttonholes and do a lace-up back on your dress, consider tacking the lace all the way down here at the back, so that way it doesn't pull off and the girl can't lose the little strap. All of these dresses do solve the problem of getting into the dress. So file all of these tips and tricks away because you're definitely going to want to turn to these whenever you run across that really cute pattern that you want to make up, but it doesn't necessarily fit the specs for what you're trying to do. Don't forget that every day I'm here, there's also another really amazing creator sewist here who is telling you about their makes. And today that is Carmen Salomé, and can you believe that she made 22 dresses? So check out her video right over there. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.